Well, the Greek man Marinakis gives, and the Greek man Marinakis takes away. This is Red Card Radio. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you're listening from. Thanks for tuning in. Red Card Radio is a weekly look at the Premier League from three friends who support different clubs. My name is James. I support Arsenal. With me tonight is Brad. He supports Chelsea. Down below is Sean. He supports Tottenham. And boys, can we just have a quick moment's silence for Ange Postecoglou? Unceremoniously sacked again in less than 6 months. It's not looking good, mate. But we're going to have to break down how he found himself in that situation and so much more on this review of round 8. But before we can dig into all of the minutia of round 8, we need to make sure that you're subscribed to this podcast. And if you're not, you need to hit the subscribe button, ring the sub notification bell, watch the video all the way to the end because that's what feeds the algorithm. Drop a comment, tell Brad you think his beard looks tremendous. And if you're on one of the podcast sites and you can't see Brad's beard, let me vouch for how tremendous it looks. And you can drop a comment there, rate, review, 5-star, whatever your platform so allows on your podcast sites. Really does help us out tremendously. And of course, hit the share button. Share it with your football-loving friends, soccer if you're in America, or just American football, and tell them that this is better, clearly.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that we're sponsored by Just for Men. So great job profiling that for Just for Men on our sponsored part of this segment.
Yeah, Brad's using the Touch of Gray version of Just for Men.
yeah.
He's yeah. I mean, I can't really talk. You can't see because my beard's a little short right now, but it's certainly.
Yeah.
Oh, we can see the speckles of white there.
And I'm the youngest of all three of us.
I know.
And I'm in the shadows. Mine is what helps me is having the red hair.
Yeah.
And it probably helps you, James. But the salt and cayenne that I have going on is like. But when you have dark hair like Brad, the grays show through.
So yeah. All right, boys. Oh, okay. Brad's taking the hat off. Wow, this is a podcast. This is a podcast already.
That's the second time ever on the pod. The hats come off.
Really? You know that definitively? That's wild.
Yeah, because I did not wear a hat for one episode, or I guess one recording, and just now. Besides that.
All right.
There you go.
I didn't know it was that serious with the hat.
It is
crazy.
So subscribe, guys. Hit the notification bell because you never know when the hat will be gone again.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a selling point or not.
All right. So Ange gets sacked, which is absolutely unreal, right? I had
wait. He lost to a 10-man Chelsea squad, bro.
Chelsea
got a red card of the game.
Chelsea only win when there's
in the 85th minute.
Huh?
85th minute. It was something late, right? It was a second yellow.
Yeah, and the owner wasn't even there. The owner left like 30 minutes before that.
All right, yeah. So that's the question. Chelsea scored in the 49th minute and the 52nd minute. Do you think Marinakis sacked him after the first goal or after the second goal?
Second's when he pieced out. But like, can we talk about? There's a picture of Maresca celebrating in like the owner section in his same getup he would wear on the touchline. Like he had the Chelsea big old jacket on.
Yeah.
He was not in a sweater. He was not sweater. He was not comfortable at all. He was like, nope, I'm dressing like I'm on the field. And he's up celebrating. And you just see Forest owner, because I'm not trying that last name, just looking so mad.
Marinakis.
So mad.
It's very, very easy. Marinakis.
You should try and do the first name.
The amount of anger on his face. Ange was fired before he got up out of his seat.
Yo, yeah.
The timeline goes. Sky did the diagnostics on this one. 19 minutes. It is 19 minutes from the conclusion of the game until the Nottingham Forest tweet that they have relieved Ange of his duties. 19 minutes.
Yeah, which means they probably have about 5 minutes before then.
It means that he was sacked in the training room, in the locker room,
in the tunnel. They said you can't go in you don't go in there just yet. This is gonna be the last time going in there, so say your goodbyes.
Maybe he didn't even get to give the team talk. At that point, like if you're sacking the manager, maybe the owner
Yeah.
goes in and gives the team talk.
The owner wasn't there. Owner dipped.
No, he was in the stadium. He was at the stadium.
Right. He left
He
after
was
our
at
second
the
goal.
stadium. No, he walked out of his booth.
Yeah. I think he.
In the
The
second
thing I
goal.
heard was he
I mean-
left after the second goal.
Yeah, left his.
He wasn't the one that
booth.
fired him. Like it wasn't Adu,
le-
but it was somebody in Adu's group that did the actual firing.
Well, of course.
He did
because-
Is what I was told.
Anyway, we're
It doesn't matter. We're talking
mincing
about
words.
minutia, but he left his seat. It doesn't mean he
Yeah.
left the stadium.
Yeah. But he's having a rough go of it because a couple weeks ago
Barca got ripped, or Barca ripped Olympiacos too.
Yeah.
So like he's having a rough go.
Yeah.
And Nottingham Forest lost. Yeah.
So it's not looking good for him. But Chelsea get the win. I think pretty expected, I would imagine. I think
Expected, but not convincing as much that 3-0 scoreline looks like it. Because like Forest had a ton of chances this game. They hit the post like twice. Should have beat Sanchez another couple of times. Like this game could have easily been 2-3.
It's interesting you say that
3-3.
because our favorite internet pundit and football tactico, Invert the Wing, Ryan Mason, who's a big Ange Postecoglou fan.
Yeah.
He was like, you can't blame the manager for incompetent forwards, like forwards who can't put the ball in the net. Like, how are you blaming? How are you blaming? And so it's like, I think that's a fair point. But I think the point also that you've been making for weeks at this point, Sean, is that Ange is not a manager that you can expect to come in the middle of the season and be able to implement his structure
I think
and
it was
style.
39 total days
Yeah.
that he was in charge. That's not a style. I watched it happen. It took an entire offseason, and we started out, I think we were undefeated the first 10 games, and then it got a little rough. We had some injuries, but the style itself, it's intuitive. Like you have to, as a team, as a unit, as an 11, know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And so that takes a while to understand and be able to do. Whereas I think in pre-production we were talking about Jose Mourinho going to Benfica, and I was saying Jose's style is defensive discipline. That is very easily implemented mid-season because that's not a style. You don't need to be a world-class player to be defensively disciplined. And that's what he's made his calling card on. I mean, he won a FA or a Europa Cup with Harry Maguire and Ashley Young in the back line. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he could, as long as you're defensively disciplined in his system, it works. As long as you're disciplined, it doesn't. It helps if you have world class players.
It's interesting.
But
it's interesting that you
don't
bring up.
need it.
It's interesting that you bring up our friend of the podcast, Harry Maguire.
Friend of the podcast.
Yeah, I mean,
because of
Harry Maguire.
worldie.
Harry Maguire has been.
He's got the clutch gene. He picked up. McTominay dropped the clutch gene in the locker room, and Harry Maguire picked it up. Huh?
Well, it's funny because Harry Maguire is always. He seems to be, of all of the deadbeat center backs in the world, he always seems to be good for a last minute winner with his head for some reason. Like the man just always finds himself in good positions, and he is the center back that you just chuck up when you need a goal because I think he's just a tremendous header of the ball. And yes, Harry Maguire got the winner away at Liverpool.
You know what it is?
Liverpool at
I think
Anfield,
it's just
United.
I think it's just if you just remove the thinking, he probably overthinks things because this is how I was in sports. If you just remove the thinking from it, he probably just performs. Because when he plays for England, and he's probably just, like I need to do X, he doesn't overthink it.
Yeah,
he's so in the moment that he just does. He's so good for England. And then in those moments, in the late game moments, he doesn't have time to think. He just does. He's a really good player.
Has he been playing a lot for England? I have not been paying attention to the England.
Well, he was,
setup.
Since
and
Tommy
he
T-
has been.
I don't
Go
think
ahead.
so since Tommy T has come in. But
Yeah.
Okay.
before Tommy
Yeah.
Tuchel,
But he was
Yeah.
the regular mainstay and was very, very good for them. Going back to the 2022 Euro where he was second to take a penalty, I believe, in the Euro final.
yeah, but
It was Harry Kane, Harry Maguire, I think, was the first two that took one.
So if we think about this Liverpool United game, okay, the result is clearly confusing or like unexpected. The result, but Liverpool
Sure.
have now lost 3 straight in the league, 4 straight total, if you include the Champions League. They're in a rut, to say the least.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and how do we diagnose that side?
I don't know because like every time I look at Liverpool and I think, they've got Brentford at the weekend. I don't know who they're playing in the Champions League midweek, but like they've got Brentford at the weekend and I'm just like, yeah, they're going to beat Brentford by 6. Like every time I think of Liverpool, I'm just like, yeah, they're just going to destroy them.
Big win on Monday for Brentford too, by the way.
Yeah. Well,
West
I
Ham.
mean, yeah, but they beat West Ham, who have been anemic all year so far. This might be a year where we lose two promoted teams stay up. Sunderland, Leeds, like
yeah.
That'll be the interesting
not-
part. But what do we do with this with Liverpool in their run of form?
So what I think I think my personal opinion is that they have overspent on too many players.
Okay.
So they go out and they get a good midfield. I think we would all agree that Sabazai,
McAllister,
McAllister, Gravenberch, they go out and get that, and then they muddy then they sell Diaz so that Gakpo has a natural position because they bought Gakpo and he didn't really have a place in the team.
Yeah.
And then they sell Nunez and then replace him with 2. So I think they've murkied their own waters, for lack of a better term.
They also signed Florian Wirtz and Florian
and
Wirtz
Wirtz
coming into the
and
midfield.
So where does
Kirkez,
Kirkez is the right back.
left back,
is a
and then
left
Frimpong
back.
at the right back.
Yeah, and so they shored up those 2 positions. I'm not including those, but murkying up the waters of you set clear goals, and then you sign 2 strikers in the place of 1, and then you sign Florian Wirtz to an already established, very good EPL winning midfield. So who's dropping, right? Like, so I think you just murkied the waters when it didn't need to be murkied.
Right, yeah. Well, I mean, they spent 400 mil, and it doesn't look like they spent 400 mil. But like,
exactly, that's my
real
point.
Question, and as a not fan of this player, but here's the question: how important was Trent as being that like creator?
I don't.
Because who else creates? Do you think Gravenberch is hitting big passes?
Okay.
Is McAllister there to hit big passes?
That's an interesting question, actually.
Yeah, it's McAllister, it's Florian Wirtz, but
Wirtz hasn't done anything. 0-10, baby.
He scored in the Community Shield.
Well, when you
10. Community Shield is important for Arsenal.
I'm gonna give grace to Florian Wirtz because any player coming from a different league to the EPL, there's a grace period I give them to figure it out.
Bogus. I call bogus. Red card.
You're giving
whoa!
You're sending him off for that.
Whoa!
If Florian Wirtz was wearing blue, you would have been all over him from the 3rd game that he didn't have a goal or an assist.
That's true.
Absolutely.
That's facts.
Absolutely.
Yeah. He doesn't get
that's facts.
This is
that's facts.
10 competitive games without a goal.
That's
or an
100 million.
I know.
And he's trash.
That's why I keep these here. That's why I keep them here.
and I'm
No, Ryan Rice
surprised.
is a failure. And here's the thing, and the
Oh,
media's
gosh.
and like because it's a Liverpool player, you don't hear about it.
Is it because he's too small? What do we think it
I
is?
don't know. I
God-
mean,
Is he getting bullied?
it's
Don't
not,
buy-
guys. It's none
don't
of
buy
that.
Bundesliga player. Don't buy Bundesliga players.
He's going to be fine. He's going to be
Heung-min
fine.
Son is a Bundesliga player, and he was a really great
Exactly.
player for Tottenham. So, yeah,
He's going to be fine. He's going to
Okay.
be.
Van de Ven. Van de Ven was bought for from Werder Bremen. He was a great player.
You've named
So
two.
yeah.
And
Okay,
not one of them was your signing that you
Ja-
did this year. Did you mention Xavi Simmons?
James. That was Leipzig, yeah, wasn't it? Yeah. Xavi Simmons has
Did you
been
mention?
fine.
Did you mention our boy Timo?
Well, I knew when we loaned Timo, I knew what we were getting.
I'm just saying there are more Bundesliga
But
L's
Xavi
in
Simmons,
the Premier League.
I will say, is fine. I do feel like he's getting bullied a little bit. That defenders are like leaning on him, but which is like that's well within the grounds in EPL. Like you got to get used to it. If you're going to be a small player, if you're going to be a David Silva, if you're going to be one of those players, like you're going to have to get used to getting leaned on.
Yeah,
in the EPL.
I think that is kind of a little bit of the pretentiousness of the Premier League, in that our league has modeled themselves as being hard and tough nosed, and like we don't give the tiki taka fouls that you get in Spain or in Germany or in Italy. But at the same time,
no,
sometimes
but
the referees
they do allow it.
But sometimes the referees just let people get away with murder, and it's all boiled down to the English game is hard, and you're just like, no, this is just a foul that they didn't call. So are you just inept, or are you trying to prove some point that like English football is meant to be hard, and so you're not going to call fouls for obvious fouls? I don't know. Brad, I think you make an interesting point about Trent. And on top of that, Allison is out injured. And so Allison and Trent.
Yeah, that was the other thing.
Allison and Trent are both big creators. I mean, Salah is older. He doesn't really seem like he's gotten going this season so far. And so I don't know if we put that up to just he's in a valley right now and he's going to come back to peaks, or if he's just in decline and maybe they shouldn't have re-signed him.
They're also we haven't discussed the drama that Ekitike yeah, that's exactly what I said. His brother or cousin retweeted a comment that that they won every game that Ekitike was involved in, and then they have lost every game that Isak has been involved in. So there is a little bit of drama that Ekitike is like, hey, listen, and I also had like 5-6 league goals in that time, and Isak has none. So why are you starting him over me?
Yeah, I think having hey, what do you mean they bought
That's
too
the
many
drama
players? What?
of having two.
This is why you buy 30 million pound players.
Two of the same player, and they're both $100 million players, and they're both like, hey, and Ekitike has a point of like, hey, when I was playing before Isak got here, we were winning. We were scoring goals.
I would imagine that when they set out for their squad building plan in April and March of last year for what their summer transfer plans were, I seriously doubt that their summer transfer plans included both Ekitike and Isak. I think it was Isak or Ekitike. And when it looked like Newcastle weren't going to budge, they were like, okay, well, we'll just get Ekitike. And the Isak stuff cooled down for a while. But then it seemed, I guess, maybe it became available again. And Isak was like, look, I'm out here destroying my career at Newcastle for you. You have to come get me. And they did. I don't know. Every time I think about Liverpool, I think that they're going to score 100 goals a game. So I don't. Their issue right now is just that they're not defending well. Like I think their
Yeah.
biggest issue is they're not defending well. They've conceded 11 goals so far through 8 games. Like that's
So
just
that's crazy.
generally a lot of goals.
So you said, hey, did they re-sign Salah for too long? Did they re-sign Van Dijk
Yeah,
for too long?
I don't know.
Because like, I mean, every single time there's a goal scored, it's on Van Dijk running backwards.
They have some holistic like age issues in their squad because Konate is also seems like he's got his eyes towards Madrid and so like there's just because he's out of contract in May,
right?
And so
right, so that
they're having the same issue
Mhm.
that they had last year. So I'm not really sure. I think they're going to be fine. Ultimately, I think they're going to be fine, but
they just have to figure out how do you play a 4-4-2 because like that's
yeah.
But then who sits? And how do you play that? Like, what do you take out?
Ooh, that's a good question.
You can't take out Verts. You just created space for Gakpo. You can't take out Salah. McAllister.
Probably McAllister, yeah.
And Szoboszlai.
No, you have to play Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai is incredible. Maybe it's
right, but maybe you play him at right back like you did before.
Yeah, but no, I think you want Frimpong at right back. I don't. That's a good question. I don't know.
Frimpong's been exposed at right back too many times.
They probably need to play 4-4-1-2 and just sneak an extra guy on the pitch. Yeah, the old Todd Bowley.
Yeah, just say all right, Todd Bowley, 4-4-1-2.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's a problem they're gonna have. Is you got too many players to play. It's a good problem to have, though. It is a good problem to have. I want to sneak that in.
Elsewhere around the league, Arsenal beat Fulham. I think it was a set piece, if I'm not mistaken. Corner kick, FC. Hey, what can you do?
Probably.
Hey, what's funny? Chelsea scored, I think, 4 corners already. So we're catching you guys.
I will
go for it.
I just want to say this, that I'm going to continue to give you crap about it for it, that Arsenal just keep doing it and doing it and doing that. You're set like over 50% of your goals come from that.
Yeah.
But I would die for it. Because why not? What? Yeah. I'm going to give you crap for it because you stink on free play. But why wouldn't you want free play, like set piece goals? Like, why wouldn't you? That's what you do this for.
Let's take this another step forward, right? So in order to get corner kicks, the ball has to go out along the other team's end line. Yeah. And so that means the ball's over there, which means that you're probably possessing the ball in and around their box in the opponent's final third. And maybe you had a shot on goal and it was deflected out of bounds. So it's kind of oxymoronic to be like, oh, they suck. They don't create anything, when in order to get corner kicks, you kind of have to create things. And so, yes, to your point, every single person in the world who is bemoaning Set Piece FC and saying, oh, they're trash, they can only score set pieces, if your team could do it, you would do it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I would take it.
You want your team to be dangerous in every aspect of play, in every phase of play, whatever the situation is, you want your team to be dangerous. And Arsenal are dangerous at set pieces, and you have to respect it.
There's 3 phases of football: American and European, or the rest of the world.
Offense, defense, special teams.
Offense, defense, special teams. That's it, baby. You need to be good in all 3. That's what it comes down to.
100%. I mean, Chelsea scored the same amount of corner kicks this season as we did all of last season already. So there
you go. We just passed a phase in the last 15 years of Tottenham that we stopped kicking it into the first defender, which is incredible. That we just kicked it over, just slightly higher. That it's just, we entered a phase that I am enjoying, that the ball's actually going into the middle of the box, and there's a header opportunity. It's great. It's great.
Frank,
so
he brought his set piece guy with him.
Yeah, he was like, you know what? If you just go 5 yards less from the midfield, and then he also was like, if you just kick it like 2 feet higher, like that's it. Just kick it a little bit higher.
It's like that meme with the 2 guys. They're talking about something, and these one guy's explaining
on the laptop.
Yeah, and the other guy's like,
it's Drake in the Kentucky. Yeah, Kentucky. Okay. He's like, why didn't you just?
I didn't know
say
it was
that
Drake
to begin with. Yeah, it
Well,
was
hey,
Drake's on the laptop. He's like, see what I'm saying? Yeah, just kick it a little bit higher than the first defender on the corner, and so many good things will happen.
All right.
speaking of which, Sean, what happened at Hotspur Way
So a lot
this
of bad
weekend?
things. So there's three big things that happen. Number one, that was an incredible goal by Bentancur. And
Yeah.
Paulinho set it up. Paulinho set it up. So it was off the volley. Incredible kick by Bentancur. And I love that the midfielders are running into the box to attack these things. I love that. But the first the first goal from Villa, the Rogers goal, um, it was off kind of like a raucous play. Like Rogers trying to make a pass, it goes off a defender, it comes right back to him, and then he just sets it up on his right foot and just rips it. Either it's one of three things, none of which is good for Vicario. It, either he's flat-footed because he's not expecting a shot, which is and I'm going in order of what I think happened. So I think he's flat-footed.
Okay.
And doesn't expect a shot. Or he's unsighted.
Possibility.
Or it just was an incredible shot. That is the least most likely. Like the more replays I see, that is the least most likely that it's just an incredible shot. He just hits the crap out of it and knuckles it. And it just dips below the goal, below the bar. So yeah, like a lot of Tottenham fans were piling on to Vicario that he didn't get to that, and because it's froze as soon as he kicks it, he's froze, and then by the time he reacts, he's way too late. It's kicked way too hard, and it just dips below the bar, and it's almost over his right shoulder. And it's right here. It is within reach. Maybe not standing, but he could have saved it if he saw it. So that's why unsighted is number two. That maybe he didn't see it off the foot. But I think the first one is right. That he just was flat-footed and not prepared for a shot.
Yeah, but that second goal felt like it was coming for a long time.
That second goal, well, first of all, our second goal was coming for a long time. We had been banging on the door, and Amy Martinez slammed it shut every time again.
Yeah,
Amy Martinez had a great game.
because I was gonna say, you said it was coming for a long time. I guess it just never arrived.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's still coming. Don't worry. The next game is when they get the second goal.
Yeah. We were there. It's
Preview
not
on Friday.
Yeah, it's not like we weren't doing anything at the other side and we were just getting barraged. But yeah, Villa had some chances the other way, and that second goal was world class from start to finish. World class half volley put up to the right wing. So it was Matty Cash from the back all the way up to
Buendia.
No. Somebody brought it down. I think it was Luca Digne.
That's possible.
That brought it down. It was a one touch, bring it down, flick it back to Buendia. He puts it on his left foot and just rips it.
Well, but
no.
Buendia dribbles it like 3 times before he shoots it. My biggest beef with that goal is that Tottenham don't close him down. Is I think that the defender, whoever is running with him there, needs to do a better job of closing the space and not backing off so much. We all know that Buendia is a dangerous player in that situation, and
so your problem with it is that Jed Spence is the one responsible for closing him down. He was out guarding Luca Digne, who he is supposed to be guarding because that's the left back. So he cuts inside. Jed Spence cuts inside to cover off what he's supposed to be guarding, and he's late to that. So your argument there that who is supposed to be guarding him is invalid because
no.
you're arguing against it was Bentancur and Van de Ven that were backing.
Hold on. My argument is just that when I watch the play and my eyeballs see Buendia dribble the ball 3 times and the Spurs defender who is kind of running with him never tried to get closer to him, that's all I'm saying. Is that it's not like Buendia touches the ball and volleys it right away and shoots it right away. He takes the ball in stride and dribbles.
So what you're seeing is 2 defenders, which is Van de Ven and Bentaker, back up towards the goal.
Okay, so one of them go.
Get in the way.
One of them go.
And the guy who is responsible for him, Jed Spence, is coming in.
Defense is a team game. Everyone plays defense. Someone go close it down. Go get a touch on the ball. Put your body on the line. Block the ball.
I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you. That somebody's got to step up and make your body bigger.
You got to do the Keely.
You're not a goalkeeper, but make your body bigger.
Blocks on blocks on blocks.
Yeah. Somebody's got to go step up.
Yes.
And make yourself bigger to his shot.
Yes, agreed.
Backing up makes yourself smaller.
And it shows him more of the goal. It just gives him more of the goal. So
go close him down.
Agreed.
Make him shoot it wider.
Or make him pass it.
And then or pass it. Yeah.
So, all right. That's all we got.
Anyways.
Yeah. City also beat Everton, but Everton wasn't allowed to have Jack Grealish, so who cares? Let us know in the comments below. Boys, we went through this whole podcast and we didn't mention once. I don't think we mentioned once. Maybe we did. Who Forest is replacing Ange with.
Ooh.
So that might
find
be
out
at the beginning.
Find out on the next episode.
We don't remember what we said 25 minutes ago.
Well, yeah, we did. Woke nonsense.
I'm not sure we did say it, but if we did say it, and if we didn't say it, you'll find out on Friday in the preview episode of the Forest game against Bournemouth. But if we did say it, well, then you already know, and you should still watch to see what we're gonna say. But until then, drop a comment. Let us know what you say. Hit us up on social media. Up top is at KSBradG. Down below is at Whiteheart_Sean. I am at James Tiffany. Collectively, we can be reached at redcard_radio. Just for men, hit us up, info.redcardradio@gmail.com. I'll put some Just for Men in my beard. I don't care. We'll do it.
We'll do it. I'm down.
Yeah, we'll do it. Hit us up, Just for Men. But until then, we'll be back Friday. Have a good one. Enjoy the Champions League and Europa League. And then we'll be back on Friday. Have a good one.